Oh, what a funny thing to say. But there's alive and then there's living. Am I living for today? I'm getting older with every memory I make. Now that I'm older with these moments, will I live with them or just throw them away? Away. But your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day. But your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day. But your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day. But your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day. Cloudy day. And am I wiser for holding close the friends I make? But if I'm wise, then why this feeling of a trial that I can't shake? I'm getting older with every memory I make. Now that I'm older with these moments, will I live with them or just throw them away? Away. But your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day. But your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day. On a cloudy day. But your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day. But your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day. All right, everyone, say hello to your neighbor. And hello to everyone joining us online. But your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day. But your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day. But your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day. But your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day. On a cloudy day. Woo! Isn't that a good one? Oh, thank you to our daughter for introducing us to that tune. And I just found out it's on Leslie's Happy Playlist or something like that. Yes, right on. Great. Well, thank you, Elevate Trio, Pablo Cardenas on piano, Peter Dowse on electric bass, Kelby McNair on vocals and drums. Yay. And these are all seasoned elevators who are here tonight. So thank you for being here, but let's just remember why it is that we come together, where we are here at VTC. that we come together to remember essentially one thing and one thing only, that love is all there is. And whether you call love by any other name, energy, creativity, spirit, source, the quantum field, God, whatever it is that works for you, we are here to celebrate that. To remember that because it is the only thing that is going on, that it is the essence, it is the foundation, it is the inception, it is the very beingness of everyone and everything. So Leslie is that, Stephanie is that, Winnie is that, John is that, that song that we just heard and experienced is that, right? And so this is the thing that we get to choose how much we want to experience of, because we're all of it all the time. But it's up to us to decide, and we are deciding from one now moment to the next, how much of that creativity, how much of that energy, how much of that divine energetic flow we want to express as. So how does that sound on a Wednesday evening here at Elevate? Amazing, great. And so let us also remember where we are doing this elevating, that we are coming together in harmony, respect, and love on Lekwungen territorial land, the land of the Songhees and Esquimalt nations, whose enduring stewardship of the land, sky, and sea sustains all life that flows through here. We honor their profound reverence for the energies of these sacred spaces. What a blessing, gift, and privilege it is to be able to live, breathe, work, play, and co-create in the shared spirit of harmony, respect, and love upon these sacred lands. May our community uphold this legacy of care and interconnectedness that the Lekwungen peoples have and continue to embody in all that we learn and manifest here. Heichka. Thank you. And so now it is time to move into some reflective music. And at some point towards the end, I will do an opening blessing, and then we will appreciate the band. Gentlemen. So as the music starts to soften, as there's more space in between the notes, I notice myself feeling so filled up right now. So filled up with love and magic and beauty, artistry and creativity, knowing that every single note, every single turn of phrase that is being shared, that is being experienced, is activating that beauty and artistry and creativity and magic and wonder that is present and alive in each and every one of us. And so as I consciously choose to focus on all of that wonder, on all of that harmony, what a blessing and a gift it is to be here now, in community, together, expanding our minds, opening our hearts, and allowing our souls to be further activated in friendship, in music, in consciousness, in community. And so for all the love that is present, for all the love that is on its way, I'm so grateful to know that that love is eternal, it is boundless, it is limitless. And for everything that is here, right now, in this brand spanking new now moment, I know that there is so much more to come. So as I continue to expand my mind, as I continue to open my heart to the love that I am, to the love that is in this room, I am so grateful for this center and this community known as VTC. Knowing that every single heart that walks through our doors, whether in person or online, is love expressing, love evolving, love being love for love's sake. So in gratitude, with so much joy and love in my heart, I release my word as law, knowing that tonight's Elevate is the most beautiful, expansive, and love-filled one yet. I release, I let go, I bask in this beauty as I know, and together we affirm, and so it is. So just taking a few breaths, a few moments to just soak in that beauty. Allow it to infuse itself just a little bit more fully in every fiber of our being. Feeling more connected, more spacious, more anchored. I invite everyone to receive a big, nourishing, cleansing breath. And release. Gently opening your eyes if you haven't already. And go ahead and express appreciation for the band. Thank you. And Pablo, do tell, what was that you guys just played?
This is a jazz ballad called Remembrance of Tomorrow from Keith Jarrett, the piano player.
Keith Jarrett. All right. Thank you. All right. One of the things that I notice almost every time when I'm watching these guys play is just how connected they are, how tuned in to the music and to each other they are. Thank you, Pablo, Peter, and Kelby. Okay, so moving on to our next segment after the opening blessing is our theme for the month, which is noticing. And the affirmation to go with, I will say it once, with openness and curiosity, I notice what's alive in me right now. All right, so just let that sink in. I'm going to invite everyone to stand on up. And we're going to offer this out into the universe and see what it feels like, how it lands when we hear ourselves say it. I love that picture. No, I don't have a red dress like that. Anyway, so I invite you to plant your feet firmly on the ground. I invite you to open your heart. I invite whatever words want to land and make their way into your being, into your soul, do some activating and stirring. And then we're gonna say this all together. You don't have to do it with vim and vigor, just like mean it, you know? Here we go. With openness and curiosity, I notice what's alive in me right now. Thank you. Go ahead and sit down. So, brand new theme, brand new affirmation, brand new moment. And I'm curious to know what's coming up for you. This is one of my favorite themes so far, and we've just started it. So, I know even though we're a small house today, there's at least one person who's got something that's coming up for them that is share-worthy with the community. So who's it? Grace already has her hand up. Thank you. Oh, wait. There you go.
Yes, hi, I love this theme. I love all our themes, but so what I'm noticing, what's alive in me these days is the nowness. And with the nowness, I find joy, and I realize that, yes, it's great to have joy moments in your day, but I'm also starting to plant like 6 months down the road, a year down the road, and some really juicy things are happening, like from 6 of us going for a women's 2-day spa or a retreat coming in Indonesia a year from now. It's just because, just like getting in touch with what's alive with me now for joy. Mm-hmm. That's here and now and that's coming. So noticing
the joy that is in you and coming alive, like unleashing
amazing.
Itself.
It's very magical and powerful and beautiful.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Grace. Is there anyone else who would like to share something that's coming up for them this early in the month?
That makes
Winnie,
it easy.
thank you.
Oh, just noticing that I'm really glad to be here tonight. I came in feeling really tired and drained, and even in the meditation, sort of felt some tears and things, and then it started. And this band showed up and started to play together in sync, and I'm in awe. I don't know if Pablo's listening to me at all. He's just kind of wandering there with his eyes. Are you listening here, Pablo? I'm talking to you, man. I'm telling you, I just thought that last piece they played, I noticed that, like, the joy that I can see when you're playing. And I just feel it just makes me happy to see how happy you guys are when you're playing together and creating a magical moment, and all those little ups and downs you do with your hands there I'm just blown away. So it just brought me alive and happy and glad that I'm committed to coming to Elevate. It just feels fantastic to be here. So thank you. And thank you, Kelby, for continuing. And all of us, all our VTC choir too. Aren't we the best? And especially you, Lassia. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
That's it. I notice you.
Thank you. Thank you, Winnie. Yeah, some great noticing. And at the beginning of the month, fantastic. So I invite us all to lean into our theme, to notice from one now moment to the next what is alive for us right now. And right now, it is time for more music. So, Elevate Trio, band leader extraordinaire, what have you chosen and why?
Well, you just got to get the right page for Pablo here.
I've got a did it. Yeah, no. Yeah, you want me to put it.
I put it in this key. D flat major. Well, thank you for your patience. I wrote out the song in the original key, and then I wrote out a version in my key. And I needed to make sure that that was on the right page. This is a fun song that comes to me from my childhood. When Lassia mentioned the idea of noticing, I was kind of exploring that and letting it happen. And this is the first song that came to me, and it's from an old cassette tape called Gord's Gold. Did any of you know it? Yeah, you do. So Gordon Lightfoot, I don't know if you have any, yeah. And sometimes there's these artists who, you hear at one point in your life and you have an idea about, and then you come into another point. And when I started listening to this song again, it just blew my mind. Anyways, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you'll maybe want to sing along. He didn't write it. It was written by an English composer named Ewan MacColl. He wrote it first for someone named Peggy Seeger, and she recorded it one of the early versions. And apparently he doesn't like any of the versions out there, the composer, and there are many. There's ones by Celine Dion, there's ones by Elvis, there's ones by George Michael, Roberta Flack. Yeah, everybody seems to have based their version on the Roberta Flack. Everyone since like 1968 or whenever that was. But 72, I stand corrected. But I still like Gord's Gold better. So please sing along. This is the first time. Oh, yeah, so we were talking about noticing all the different ways we notice. And so this song, the first time ever I saw your face. One way of noticing. One, two, one, two. The first time ever I saw your face, I thought the sun rose in your eyes, and the moon and the stars were the gifts you gave to the dark and the empty skies, my love, to the dark and the empty skies. The first time ever I kissed your lips, I felt the earth turn in my hand, like the trembling heart of a captive bird. That was there my command, my love, that was there in my command. The first time ever I lay with you and felt your heartbeat next to mine, I thought our joy would fill all of the earth and last till the end of time, my dear, and last till the end of time. the first time ever I saw your face, I saw the sunrise in your eyes, and the moon and the stars were the gifts you gave to the dark and the empty skies, my love, to the dark, the empty skies, my love, to the dark and the empty skies, my love, to the dark and the empty skies.
Wow, that was lovely. Oh, thank you. Oh, Pablo Cardenas on piano, Peter Dowse electric bass, and Kelby McNair, extraordinary vocals, exquisite. Thank you. Such a beautiful rendition, guys. Thank you. Go ahead, take 5. All right. So I mentioned before we started singing Cloudy Day that this was a song that our daughter Milana texted me about a month and a half ago. And she texted and said, "Mom, I don't know if you're going to like this song, but every time I hear it, I think of you." And I'm like, okay. So I listen. I'm like, oh my God, I love this song. And we can sing it at VTC. Score, score. And so I have been listening to it, and it and all the music for November actually has been just one massive earworm for me. Just cannot get stuff out of my head. But I just love this song. It is so short and sweet with such a lovely message, so fun, so joyful. And so at the beginning, Tony Watson, the composer from the band Tones and I, writes, "Am I living? Oh, what a funny thing to say. But there's alive, and then there's living." And so there's a distinction here between being alive and living, between living and existing, between actively participating in our life versus just kind of coasting along and going with the flow, between being aware of what is alive in us right now versus just kind of going by what's going on around us. And so that means that the title of my talk today is What's Alive in You Right Now? And when I was looking for a photo, I was looking, actually, Grace, for something that was joyful. Okay? Because I was thinking, what is going to actually just show like someone who is so dialed in to what is alive in them right now? And I could have gone in a different direction, but I just really, really, really wanted to focus on joy. And so this is an image that popped up. There were a few others, but I really like this one because the guy also has a heart on his t-shirt, okay? And so, yeah. So what's alive in me right now? As some of you know, I am in the 8th week of an 8-week fitness challenge. Crazy intensive, 5 days of strength training, 6 days of cardio on top of the regular training that I do with my trainer Gareth at Studio 4. And so when I first started this program, in the first few days, I'm like, this is going to be a major physical endeavor. And the thing is, when I first started it, I didn't realize there was all this cardio. I thought it was just the strength training. And then about the 3rd day in, I'm like, oh my God, there's an entire cardio component that I don't even know about, and now I have to catch up, right? And so that was a little crazy making for the first 2 weeks, but I did do it. And then at some point I was like, if I get 5 of them in a week, I'm good. I don't need all 6. But anyway, very, very quickly, I realized it wasn't just a physical thing. There was so much mental and emotional stuff going on as well,
because all of these exercises are really, really hard. And all the strength stuff is brand new every single day. The cardio repeats from week to week to week to week. So now I feel like, oh, I'm really good at some of the cardio stuff, but the strength, I don't know what's coming. What I do know is every single day we start off with some kind of hip thrust or glute bridges or something, because it's all about the butt. And so very early on, I realized that in order for me to get through this physical challenge, I was also going to have to focus on some mental and emotional awareness in order to get through all of this stuff, because it was really, really hard. It was really challenging. And so what has happened over the course of the last 7.5 weeks is there have been numerous insights and so many physical gains that I am so excited about, because I am realizing for the first time in my life, like how incredibly strong I am, how this body, what it is capable of. And I have been surprised again and again and again, especially over the last 3 weeks or so, of the stuff that I can actually do, that I can actually lift, that I can pull or whatever at the gym. And I marvel at what the human body can do when we actually focus our attention on supporting it and being able to do that. And so I caught myself in the mirror yesterday. I caught myself in the mirror today as I was on my way to the gym, when I was in my leggings, my workout clothes. And I had to stop, because I'm like, are those actually my legs? It was like, my legs have never looked like that, not at least since I was a dancer when I was in my teenage years. And so I was just standing there. I had to take a photo, and I had to post it in the group, and then I had to post, this, because that's also getting really nice and plump and peachy. And it was such a joy for me to really, really notice that all of this super crazy hard work, this intensity, this tenacity, this fortitude, that all of it is paying off and actually showing up in looking the way that I feel on the inside. Because that's been one of my things for most of my life, is I have never, ever, ever in my life felt like I looked on the outside as strong and as fit as I felt on the inside. Glenn was watching Terminator 2 over the weekend, and I saw Linda Hamilton, and I'm like, oh my God, I remember thinking 34 years ago when that movie came out, I want to be as ripped as she is in that movie. She was crazy fit. And it turns out that she is crazy fit once again at 62, because apparently she's going to be in the next season of Stranger Things. And whatever her character is, she had to get back into that same shape that she was in for Terminator 2. And so I noticed that for 34 years, on and off, I've been thinking, I want to look like Linda Hamilton. I want to look that fit. For 34, that's more than half of my life. And finally, with this program, and then the stuff that we're doing at the gym with my trainer to support me and moving through this program, I am actually feeling like it's happening. And that to me is super, super exciting. So that is so alive in me right now. And so that is so in tune with our affirmation for the month, which is, with openness and curiosity, I notice what's alive in me right now. Now, here's the thing. When I first noticed my legs in the mirror and went, whoa, are those actually my legs? Almost immediately, I went, well, but that's what I look like in clothes. Underneath, there's some saggy skin, there's some cellulite, there's some stuff that I don't like about my body. And then I'm like, but wait a minute, but underneath that, there is this energy, there is this power, there is this dynamism, there is this aliveness that is alive in every single one of us all the time. And when we focus on that, rather than the stuff that maybe we don't like about ourselves, that we don't appreciate, that we have a hard time with, then that energy, that dynamism, that vitality is what ends up running the show. And that's what I feel like I have really, really, really begun to notice over these last 7.5 weeks with this crazy intensive training program. And it's super exciting, because I have never liked my body, ever, even when I was a ballerina. Never, right? That's like 57 years of not liking this skin that I'm in. But finally, it's like, yes. So with the affirmation about noticing what's alive in me right now, it's not just about noticing how am I feeling or what's happening or what am I thinking. It's about noticing that there is something behind those feelings. There is something behind those thoughts. That's the thing that we want to notice. We want to remember that no matter what is going on, cloudy day in the song, that the sun, which is the truth of who we are, it's always, always there. And we always get to consciously choose, is that what I'm going to focus on? Or am I going to focus on the weather? Right? So, noticing what is alive in you from one now moment to the next, it's an act of consciousness by consciousness. Because consciousness is everything, right? Everything. But there's also little c consciousness, which is awareness, right? And when we are aware, then that's when we notice. And when we're noticing, then we can shift. We can change our mind. We can open our heart more. We can shift the direction of our thoughts, of our energy completely. It is about expressing versus simply experiencing. It is about living as versus just living from. So when we go back to the song and the chorus is, but your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day, that's more than just a platitude. It's more than just, hey, look to the positive. This is about really remembering who and what we are. That power that is the power of the blazing sun, that is every twinkling star in the sky, that holds all the planets in orbit so they don't crash into each other, that keeps us on this planet so we don't go flying out into space, the intuitive wisdom that is always, always making its way forward, the little nudges, the slaps upside the head, all of that is this incredible, amazing, divine, energetic flow that is who and what we are at our core. That's the sun that we get to focus on even the cloudiest of days. So my question to you is, what's alive in you right now? Are you getting caught up in the weather? Or are you trusting that no matter what, the sun is indeed shining and guiding you into a more brilliant way of being? Thank you, and so it is. All right, so now it's time for some conscious connection, if that's what you would like to do. Who here would like to have a one-on-one conversation with someone to really get into it? Maybe raise your hand, and then you can just find another person that has their hand raised, okay, and pair up. And if you would rather be in a group, then if you don't want a one-on-one, that's totally okay. But if you want to be in a group, that's okay too. And if getting into conversation isn't your thing, then please go ahead and take a walk, have a drink. There's a little interactive table. I will ding the meditation bowl when it's time to come back. Thank you. Look at this. Everyone is back before the third bell. All right. Thank you, everyone, for those juicy conversations. It's time for the You Are Beautiful component of our show. Actually, here, I'm going to give this. There you go. All right. So just a reminder, when you pass the box on to the next person, close the lid so they can get the message of how beautiful they are. All right. So a little affirmation or a blessing for everyone to receive before I ask, how's everyone feeling right now? Woo! Small but mighty crowd. It looks so heavy on this side. And there's you guys on this very spacious side of the room. All right, so people are feeling more joyful, uplifted. Connected is the next one that I was going to ask about. Peaceful, thank you. I am feeling more energized than I did when I came in, I have to say, and I'm feeling more calm. All right, well, I'm delighted that people are feeling better than they did when they walked through the doors. So as always, the feelings are coming from this incredible, amazing wellspring that never runs out. And so now, as you are receiving your blessings and affirmations, is an opportunity to also be generous of spirit. So if you would like to contribute some of that generosity financially, there are many different ways to do so. If you would like to contribute in helping us build community by giving us some of your time and your talent, we would love that as well. There are so many different ways to serve, and there will be a few ways showing up in just a few moments. However it is that you would like to be generous of spirit today, I invite everyone to place your hands on your heart as we declare with enthusiasm this generosity affirmation together. In gratitude I give, in gratitude I receive. By embracing generosity with enthusiasm and delight, I celebrate the infinite possibilities of living life lovingly, and so it is. And so I invite everyone to close your eyes or lower your gaze for just a few more moments as we remain steeped and infused with gratitude and appreciation that is growing, that is expanding, that is appreciating. And so as we expand our minds and open up our hearts, as we feel our souls further activated, the love that we truly are continues to amplify out beyond these walls, out into the neighborhood, throughout the world, embracing everyone and everything in its embrace. So for all the love that is here, for all the love that is on its way, for all the love that is, I am so eternally grateful and celebrate the opportunity to be generous of spirit right here, right now, and every day. So for all that is here, for all that is on its way, I simply say thank you and yes, please, to more and more and more love as together we affirm, and so it is. All right, if you or someone you know is in need of prayer, there is a little prayer box in front of the silver bowl over there. Please fill out a form, put it in there, and the VTC prayer team will pray for you and or yours affirmatively. And you can also email prayers@victoriatruthcenter.org. Okay, so I'm going to invite everyone to stand on up. We're going to sing our closing tune, which is a fun one. Leslie, can I take that box off your hands? Thank you. And then I get an affirmation too. All right, so this is a tune that I heard at the Anton Affiliated New Thought Network conference. They sang it every day and had such a blast singing it. And it's just a fun tune. I don't know who composed it. Winnie, could we have the next slide, please? These are the lyrics.
Yeah, it's just 8 bars.
So I'm going to say the line, and then I want you to repeat just so we can start to ingrain these in our minds. I love myself so much.
I love myself
Thank you.
so much.
So I can love you so much. So you can love you so much. So you can start loving me. That's the whole song. Okay? So we're just going to sing it again and again and again until it just lands and we love it and we mean it, and we're just going to love up on each other, okay?
Here we go.
Yeah? I love myself so much, so I can love you so much. I don't know where we are.
So you can love you
So much, so you can start loving me. I love myself so much, so I can love you so much. So you can love you so much, so you can start loving me. Again.
I love myself so much. So I can love you so much. So you can love you so much. So you can start loving me. Turn to someone next to you. I love myself so much. So I can love you so much. So you can love you so much. So you can start loving me. One more time. I love myself so much. I can love you so much. So you can love you so much. So you can start loving me. All right, go ahead and bless your neighbor. Thank you for joining us online, everyone. We love you so much. I love myself so much, so I can love you so much. So you can love you so much. So you can start loving me. I love myself so much, so I can love you so much. So you can love you so much. So you can start loving me.
A cappella one time.
I love myself so much.
So
I can love you so much. So you can love you so much. So you can start loving me. I love myself so much. So I can love you so much. So you can love you so much.
here we go.
So you can start loving me. Woo! I love myself so much. So I can love you so much. So you can love you so much. So you can start loving me. I love myself so much. So I can love you so much. So you can love you so much. So you can start loving me. I love myself so much. So I can love you so much. So you can love you so much. So you can start loving me. Woo! And that's another Elevate at VTC. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the Elevate Trio, Pablo Cardenas on piano, Peter Douse electric bass, Kelby McNair vocals and drums, and the VTC Community Choir in the seats. Thank you for joining us in person, online. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. We will see you next week. Thank you, gentlemen.